In this video, I'll show you how to promote content from one environment to another. This process is followed if you have individual objects you want to move from one CMS to another CMS, such as documents or universes. Okay, so you'll log in first to your target environment. Okay, so now I'm logged in my first environment. Now first I logged into my source environment. Now I want to log into my target. You can log in either order is fine. So click log on, select my target. Okay, so now I'm logged into two environments. So this is my source and target. And now I'm ready to do the promotion. So there are a couple different ways to do this. The first way is I can go to resources, public folders. So say I have a document in public folders that I want to promote. I can navigate to the folder, select open, shows me the content. I can right click on any object in this folder, right click, select Bob J Promotion, add to selection. In the top right you see this shopping cart and you see a circle with a 1 in it. I've added one object to that promotion task. You can also do this with folders, so if I right click here, Bob J Promotion, I can select add to selection, and you'll see now a number 2 in the shopping cart in that circle. I didn't actually want to move that, so I'm going to go back to Bob J Promotion and I can actually select remove from selection here. Okay, so from here I can click on the shopping cart and select manage selection. From here I can actually search for content, so I've got the kind. I can select, so maybe I have a UNX universe I want to move. Can search by folder name. Okay, so from here I can click add to add any of the universes that I want to add. The other option is, again, I can go to resources and then universes, and I will have the same option with these universes. Right click, select Bob J Promotion, select add to selection. Okay, so from here I now have 3 objects in my shopping cart, so in my promotion task. So now I'm ready to do the promotion. So what I first want to do is make sure you are in the when you're make sure you're in the source environment. So this is my source environment, so if it were the other environment I would select that, because this is going to default in the task itself. Then I can go to the shopping cart and select promote selection. Okay, and then just give it a title. So here you see my the first environment there, the environment that I'm in, it defaults to that, so that's my source. And then I'm going to select CMS for the destination, and I'm going to select that second CMS, then click next. Okay, so here's my frequency. I can run this now if I want. I actually want to run this at a later time, so I'm going to select once, and I can select any date or time that I want to run it. Okay, and then click next. So these are the different modes. So full promotion, that'll promote everything in the shopping cart. Delta will only promote things that are different. So if an object doesn't exist, it gets promoted. If the objects are the same, they won't get promoted. It will look at the last update date, so it'll promote anything that has a different update date. Promotion with hierarchy change, this you would use this option if you have a document maybe or a universe that's in one folder in the source and you want to move it to a different folder in the target. That's when you would use that option. So in this case I'm going to use full promotion. Click next, and then here are my promotions. I can click on add dependencies if there are any dependencies that I want to add. Okay, so here are my public document options. So I'm going to include security. I could include public instances. In this case, I don't want to move any instances. And then I've got my UNX universe option, so I'm going to include security. I want to keep the link, so I don't want to overwrite the universe in the target environment. I want to overwrite that connection, so I'm going to check that. And then if there are any restrictions, I want to promote those as well as the security. So I'm going to select promote restrictions and security. Click next. I can set up notifications, so if I want to be emailed when the task completes, I can set that up. I would just select email and provide that information. Click next. Trigger events, I don't have any trigger events, so I'm going to click next, and then confirmation, I'm going to click add. Okay, so now my task is scheduled. I can find the task under tasks, Bob J promotion tasks. Okay, and here I see my task. If I want to make any changes, I can click update, and I can make the schedule, change what I'm including in the task, whatever I want to change. I can delete the task. Looks like I have two, so I'm going to delete one of those. So this is in the pending tab, so that is scheduled at a later time, so it's in the pending tab. When the job's running, it will be in the running tab, and then when it's completed, it'll be in this finish tab, and I'll be able to see the task. I'll see when it completed. I can right click and I'll be able to display the log and see that the task has completed. One more thing to check is in the top right where it says Stop Scheduler. If yours says Start Scheduler, make sure you click on that so you're starting the scheduler. Otherwise, the task will stay in pending. Mine says Stop Scheduler, so it's already started, so I don't need to click on that, but just to be sure that you check that.